something that like I was really struggling with was this: how do you actually break out into making a feature film? Because film is one of the only things that you can't practice in a way. Like I can't like sit home and like learn my scales on guitar. I can't, you know what I mean? Like there isn't something to show for it in that way until you've done it. And I think that shorts are kind of the only version of that. I went to Bard College and I had to make my senior thesis. We made that film and I always knew that it wouldn't really work as a short. It was too complicated. But it worked enough to get interest in it to make the feature. So me and Madison, who was the star of the short, wrote it together, the first draft, in a week, because we had told the person who was interested in the film that we had a script. And we didn't have a script at all. We hadn't even thought about the feature version. So we were like, give us a week and we'll send you the script. We're on vacation right now. My name is Joris-Peyrafitte, director of As You Are, which is premiering in the US Dramatic Competition at the 2016 Sundance Film Festival. As You Are is about 3 kids growing up in upstate New York in the 90s and them discovering themselves and their sexuality and how they kind of fit into the culture at the time. It's kind of an attempt to put together these different experiences and these different relationships through the context of this police investigation and what each person brought to the relationship and took away from it. The inspiration for that relationship was, first of all, like a way for me to deal with a lot of the ways that I was feeling at that age. More than not knowing whether I was gay or straight or bisexual, not knowing why that really mattered at that point, you know, just feeling like I love this person. What are the limits of that? What happens when that's happening in a culture, in a place that doesn't give you the room to do that? In a lot of coming of age films, which like, I like hope that my movie isn't a coming of age movie to some degree, but when you're dealing with that age, I think that a lot of films, everything is a little bit rosier, you know, and like problems are the problems of kids and like they'll get over it and like everyone goes through this. And for me, I always found that like a little bit offensive in a way to kids, because kids when you're 16, I mean, that feeling is like the first time you're feeling this, or this is like the realest thing you've ever felt, or the scariest thing you've ever felt. I remember I was writing this scene, and I was like, yeah, and then that thing like shattered, and it was crazy, and I remember the glass flying everywhere, and someone who was there was like, that didn't happen at all, dude. You like threw it and ran. Like, you didn't stand over this thing heroically. So I thought that would be a really good tool to kind of get into the subconscious of these characters, of how cinematically they're constructing their memories, which also like proved to be the most difficult part, I think.